The story begins with our dark lover girl, Wednesday Addams, who finds her brother in her locker of the school. Some school bullies did this with her brother. So Wednesday goes to those bullies with bags of water full of piranhas, as the bullies are swimming in the pool, so she frees the piranhas into the water to take revenge for her brother. This act of Wednesday made the school administration expel her from the school because the boys had gotten seriously injured by those piranhas. After being expelled from school, Wednesday Addams is sent to a boarding school named Nevermore Academy by her parents, Morticia and Gomez. Wednesday's parents themselves completed their schooling from here and met each other in their school life.
Is where I met your mother.
Wednesday's mischievous personality has now forced them to leave their daughter in the boarding school. Nevermore is led by Principal Weems and is located near the rural town of Jericho. It was created to educate misfits, outcasts, and children with supernatural talents. When Wednesday arrives there, she meets her eccentric roommate, Enid Sinclair.
Howdy, roomie.
Enid is a werewolf student who still hasn't experienced her first transformation, unlike the other werewolves in their school. Wednesday is also introduced to the red boot-wearing science teacher and dorm-in-charge Miss Thornhill.
I'm Miss Thornhill.
She is the only normie teacher in the school of outcasts. After that, before her parents leave, Wednesday's mother gives her a lucky necklace and advises her to keep it close. Then, Enid takes Wednesday with her for a school tour. During the tour, Enid points out the various groups of the students of the school, including the Fangs, Furs, Scales, and Stoners, which are vampires, werewolves, sirens, and gorgons, respectively. For Wednesday, the high school drama is the least of her worries, as she is bestowed by painful psychic visions. Things become even more interesting when Jericho's sheriff, Galpin, discovers the corpse of a hiker in the nearby woods. It is one more addition to the mysterious deaths of the town, about which the sheriff believes that they are linked to the school.
I know these murders are connected to Nevermore.
Back at Nevermore, Wednesday encounters the popular girl of the school, Bianca Barclay. She is the elite of the school and can't see anyone coming to her competition. But now Wednesday has come there, who loves the challenges. Later, Wednesday is almost killed by a falling statue when her classmate Xavier Thorpe saves her in the nick of time. Here she meets with Xavier for the first time,
Welcome back.
who is going to be an important character in the story. Later, while writing her novel in her dorm room, Wednesday discovers Thing, which is a single, dismembered hand from one of the secrets of Adam's family. It was left by the parents of Wednesday to secretly supervise her.
Mother and father sent you to spy on me, didn't they?
But now Wednesday has located it and wants it to work for her, instead of her parents. After threatening to lock it in a drawer,
I lock you in here for the rest of the semester.
Wednesday strikes a deal with Thing and gains a loyal follower, which is a literal helping hand. The following day, Wednesday attends her court-mandated therapy sessions with Dr. Kinbot in Jericho. However, she sneaks out of the house as usual and stops by a coffee shop. There, she meets Tyler, who is the son of Sheriff Galpin and works at the coffee shop. Although Tyler is instantly attracted to Wednesday, his father expresses disapproval about the girl. He claims that Wednesday's father is a murderer.
That man belongs behind bars for murder.
And that's why Tyler should avoid her. A few days later, at the local Harvest Festival, Tyler gives Wednesday a copy of her father's criminal record, hoping it will help her.
It's your dad's police file from when he was at Nevermore.
While running away from a group of bullies, Wednesday bumps into a classmate named Rowan and has a vision of his imminent death. Concerned by the vision, she follows Rowan into the woods. However, Rowan looks stressed and visibly unstable. He even attacks Wednesday, claiming that she will destroy the school.
I have to kill you.
Rowan also shows her a tattered book page as proof of an ancient prophecy. Suddenly, Rowan is brutally killed by a massive supernatural beast that comes out of the forest. The beast, however, spares Wednesday and backs off into the woods immediately. Wednesday is now safe from harm, and with the prophecy page in her possession, she reflects on her first week at Nevermore and looks forward to the many mysteries the semester will bring.
I think I'm going to love it here.
The festivities continue at Nevermore Academy as the students prepare for the Poe Cup,
Hard foot chase? No rules.
a no-rules canoe and foot race dedicated to the iconic and spooky poet. However, things take an unexpected turn on Wednesday, when Rowan suddenly appears at school alive and unharmed. While everyone thinks Wednesday is lying about the monster in the woods, Tyler believes her, offering a bit of comfort for Wednesday.
I believe you.
Later, Principal Weems confronts Wednesday about her psychic visions and informs her that Rowan has been expelled from the school.
It won't be possible, I'm afraid. He's been expelled.
As Rowan leaves the school, Wednesday asks the Thing to keep an eye on him. Rowan heads to Burlington train station, but makes a stop in the bathroom where he changes his appearance, eventually transforming into Principal Weems. Thing is confused where Rowan has just disappeared into nowhere. While exploring the woods for clues, Wednesday and Tyler find Rowan's broken glasses, which trigger a vision of Wednesday. In it, Wednesday gets a glimpse of the book Rowan was obsessed with and discovers that it has ties to a secret student society called the Nightshades.
The Nightshades.
Later, after helping Enid and her team win the Po-Cup race and humiliating Bianca in the process, Wednesday notices the Nightshade sigil on a statue of Edgar Allan Poe. Under the cover of night, she investigates and uncovers a hidden passage that leads underground into the Nightshade secret library. While checking the shelves, Wednesday locates the book from her visions, but before she can examine it further, she is ambushed by the Nightshades. After a moment, we see Wednesday restrained to a chair. She quickly realizes that the group of masked Nightshades actually includes some of her fellow classmates.
You can take the mask off, Bianca.
Including Bianca and Xavier. After a brief interrogation, Xavier suggests that Wednesday should join the Nightshades too, but surprisingly, she declines.
I'm not interested in joining.
She thinks that the Nightshades are just a group of teenage boys with no special activities to do. The next morning, the school celebrates Outreach Day, which involves local volunteering and the unveiling of a new statue in Jericho's town square.
The dedication of a new memorial statue in the town square.
Meanwhile, Wednesday delves into her newfound book as she is eager to find clues. With some helpful information from Xavier, she learns that a man depicted in the book is Joseph Crackstone, the founder of Jericho.
Yeah, it's Joseph Crackstone.
The following day, Wednesday volunteers at Pilgrim World, which is a local theme park dedicated to the town's first colonial settlement. There, she finds artifacts from Joseph Crackstone's family, including a painting of an old Pilgrim meeting house depicting a young girl from her visions. This young girl is actually the ancestor of Wednesday, whose story will be revealed in the coming scenes. Wednesday also comes across a mysterious tome called The Book of Shadows, but learns that it's merely a replica, as the real one was stolen a month earlier.
The original was stolen last month during the 2 o'clock witch trial.
Later, using directions from Tyler, Wednesday ventures deep into the woods and finds the ruins of the house from the painting. There, she is caught off guard by another vision. In it, she witnesses Joseph Crackstone and the other colonists executing a group of outcasts by mass burning. This group also includes the young girl, which was seen earlier in the painting. She is Wednesday's great ancestor, Goody Adams. Luckily, Goody escapes during the chaos, but her friends and loved ones perish in the flames. Waking up from the vision, Wednesday encounters the monster again as it is keeping an eye on her. Suddenly, the beast again flees into the woods. Examining the footprints left in the mud, she determines that the monster is human, or at the very least can transform into one. Just then, Xavier finds her in the woods and offers some advice about her psychic visions, explaining that they can't always be trusted as they are driven by emotion rather than logic.
Psychic visions can't be trusted.
Ending Outreach Day with a vengeful bang, Wednesday and Thing work together to burn the new statue of Joseph Crackstone, as he was the reason the outcasts were burnt alive. But now, the whole city takes Joseph as their hero. Nevertheless, when Thing burns the statue, it angers the suspicious Principal Weems, who knows that Wednesday could be behind this too.
You're already on thin ice.
Later that night, the monster strikes again, this time killing a squatter at the old Pilgrim meeting house. However, in his final moments, the victim manages to capture a few photos of the creature, leaving some disturbing evidence for Sheriff Galpin. In the following days, as most of Nevermore students get anxiously excited for the upcoming Raven Dance, Wednesday continues her investigation and breaks into the coroner's office to search for some evidence. While reviewing the collected clues with Enid in her dorm, she discovers that all the monster's previous victims had parts of their bodies surgically removed.
All of the monster's victims have had body parts surgically removed.
Wednesday has doubts about Xavier because he appears every time at the scene when the beast vanishes. That's why Wednesday follows Xavier to a secluded shed in the woods, where she finds his private art studio full of drawings depicting the deadly monster. Later, Wednesday recruits her fellow bookkeeping club member, Eugene, into the investigation. Together, the duo discovers the monster's lair in the woods and recovers a broken claw from a cave. Using some hefty persuasion, Wednesday goes to the police station and convinces Sheriff Galpin to compare the DNA from the claw with a bloody cloth belonging to Xavier.
Run the DNA test and see if they match.
Wednesday thinks that Xavier is the beast, but the results of the DNA test eventually come back inconclusive. The following night, as Wednesday attends the Raven Dance with Tyler, Eugene ventures into the woods alone and witnesses someone setting fire to the monster's lair. Meanwhile, romantic tensions surface between Bianca, Xavier, Tyler, and Wednesday, but everyone else is having a blast at the Raven Dance. Unfortunately, the celebration takes a chaotic turn when the local Jericho bullies retaliate for the destruction of the Joseph Crackstone statue.
To get revenge on those freaks for nuking Crackstone's fountain.
They hijack the fire sprinklers on the ceiling, and they drench the dancers with red paint, resulting in a reddish shower from above. The people become worried, and chaos happens in the hall there. Just then, Wednesday has a vision of Eugene in danger, so she hurries to his aid. Unfortunately, by the time Wednesday locates Eugene in the forest, the monster has already attacked, leaving the boy gravely injured and in a coma. So Eugene is hurried to the hospital for medical aid. After a few days, when Morticia, Gomez, and Pugsley visit the school for Parents' Weekend, Wednesday decides it's a good time to investigate the rumors surrounding her father's supposedly murderous past at Nevermore. During a family therapy session with Dr. Kinbot, she confronts her father with his criminal file, which reveals that he was accused of killing a wealthy Jericho socialite named Garrett Gates over 30 years ago.
Who was Garrett Gates, and why are you accused of murdering him?
This greatly upsets Morticia, who ends the therapy session angrily, but Wednesday vows to uncover the truth. Later, feeling guilty about Eugene's condition, Wednesday visits him in the hospital, but he remains unresponsive. Back at Nevermore, when everyone is enjoying lunch, Sheriff Gulpin comes there and arrests Gomez for Garrett's murder after new evidence comes to light. Wednesday goes to see her father in the prison, who reveals that he killed Garrett accidentally. Garrett used to love Morticia in their school days, but he could not control his anger when he saw Morticia with Gomez, who was the real love of Morticia. So Garrett came to kill Gomez, but was caught in an accident and lost his life. After that, Wednesday goes to her mother to know her part of the story.
Hello, Mother.
With her husband behind bars, Morticia finally admits the truth to Wednesday. She says that she killed Garrett in self-defense after he harassed and stalked her, but Gomez took the blame on himself to Morticia. However, something about the story doesn't sit right with Wednesday when Morticia tells her that Garrett came that day with dilated pupils, staggering walks, and fumes coming from his mouth.
He was even foaming at the mouth.
That's why Wednesday exhumes Garrett's corpse in the middle of the night and discovers that he was actually poisoned, meaning neither of her parents was fully responsible for his death. Confident in their findings, Wednesday and Morticia confront Jericho's mayor, Noble Walker, who was the sheriff at the time of the crime. He confesses to the conspiracy, revealing that Garrett was sent to the Raven Dance to poison the Nevermore students by his extremely wealthy and hateful father.
Kill all the kids at that dance.
However, Garrett must have accidentally poisoned himself when the vial broke in his pocket. In exchange for covering up the truth, Walker was guaranteed power as mayor. Having lived with the lie for decades, Walker agrees to drop all charges against Gomez in exchange for the Addams family keeping his secret. With Parents' Weekend coming to an end, Wednesday's relationship with her family is mostly mended.
Thank you, Mother.
And her mother, father, and brother leave Nevermore on good terms. However, things don't stay calm for long. While looking through an old yearbook, Wednesday realizes that Principal Weems is a shapeshifter. Connecting the dots, she accuses the principal of covering up Rowan's death.
When Rowan appeared the next morning, it was you.
By shapeshifting into his form and convincing the rest of the students he was alive and had been expelled later on. Surprisingly, Weems admits to the cover-up, claiming she did it only to protect the school. Before Wednesday can protest further, a message written in flames on the school lawn outside catches their attention. The message ominously says that the fire will rain on the school very soon. On Wednesday's birthday, her friends throw her a surprise party at the old Crackstone crypt for Wednesday.
Happy birthday to you.
But she does not seem interested in celebrating the birthday. However, things take a turn when she finds a tomb marking that matches the fiery message on the lawn from Parents' Weekend. Upon touching it, she has a vision. In the vision, Goody Addams shows Wednesday the old, abandoned Gates family mansion and tells her that she holds the key to stopping the Crackstone legacy.
To stop Crackstone, these ways you must seek.
When Wednesday tries to follow Mayor Walker to learn more about the Gates mansion, he is suddenly hit by a car, leaving him in critical condition at the hospital. After the accident, Principal Weems places the school on lockdown.
As of now, the school is on full lockdown.
While Miss Thornhill encourages Wednesday to focus on her novel instead of searching the old conspiracies of the school. But Wednesday is not the girl who will follow the orders, so she tricks Tyler and Enid into accompanying her to the Gates mansion that same night for some investigation. At the mansion, the trio uncovers a trove of evidence, including the car that hit Mayor Walker, a jewelry box belonging to the supposedly deceased Laurel Gates, a hidden altar, and even the missing body parts from the monster's victims. Their search is cut short when the monster attacks them at the mansion. He scratches Tyler and forces the trio to flee. When Sheriff Galpin returns to the mansion to investigate, everything has vanished. That's why he doesn't believe in the stories of Wednesday like the other people.
Is that your justification for almost getting my son and your friends killed?
Back at Nevermore, Principal Weems forgives Wednesday for sneaking out at night, but she warns her that this is her final chance before expulsion.
One more step out of line, and you will be expelled.
Enid, however, is less forgiving. She chastises Wednesday for her manipulative behavior and decides to move out of their dorm for a few days. She is actually scared of the night when they happen to face the beast at that mansion, so she doesn't want the same again. While inspecting Laurel Gates's jewelry box, Wednesday finds a hidden compartment containing secret photos of herself, suggesting that someone at the mansion has been watching her investigation from afar. The night takes a deadly turn when a mysterious figure breaks into the hospital and kills Mayor Walker. The entire town of Jericho mourns Mayor Walker's death, but Wednesday knows she is close to uncovering the truth. Her wacky Uncle Fester makes a surprise visit to Nevermore, staying in secret for a few days. When Wednesday tells him about her discoveries, he identifies the monster as a rare beast known as a hide.
It's called a hide.
For more information, Fester directs Wednesday to the diary of Nevermore's founder, Nathaniel Faulkner, which she locates in the Nightshade's secret library. The diary reveals that hides are creatures born of mutation. They are often awakened and controlled by a master to carry out evil deeds.
That means I'm not looking for one killer, but two.
Later, hoping to take Wednesday's mind off her troubles, Tyler invites her on a date. They meet at the Crackstone Crypt, where they enjoy a picnic and come close to kissing, only to be interrupted by Sheriff Galpin, who is searching for the beast in the nearby woods at that time. After that, Wednesday returns to her dorm room and she is horrified to find it ransacked. The diary she was using to study the hides is missing, and Thing is gravely injured. Wednesday takes Thing quickly to the Uncle Fester for the emergency aid. Thankfully, Uncle Fester manages to revive Thing, but the attack only strengthens Wednesday's resolve to unmask the culprit. Later, Principal Weems admits to Wednesday that she knows about hides in the diary, but has kept it a secret to protect the school's reputation.
Faulkner spent years studying hides.
A breakthrough comes when Wednesday uncovers Mayor Walker's research, which suggests that Laurel Gates faked her death and has returned to Jericho seeking revenge on Nevermore.
Laurel was presumed drowned, but no body was ever recovered.
Suspecting Dr. Kinbot is Laurel in disguise, Wednesday confronts her at her office.
I know you're Laurel Gates.
But Dr. Kinbot denies the accusations altogether. After Wednesday has left the office, Dr. Kinbot is killed by the monster. It shows that Dr. Kinbot was right about her identity. After listening to this news, Wednesday is convinced that Xavier is the hide, so she confronts him in his art studio and has Sheriff Gulpin arrest him.
Freeze!
There, Sheriff finds the missing body pieces of all the victims of the beast. According to Xavier, he is being framed by Wednesday, but the girl is confident that she has succeeded in her mission. Feeling triumphant, she is further uplifted when Enid forgives her and moves back into their dorm room. With a renewed sense of hope, Wednesday visits Tyler at the coffee shop and finally kisses him. But the moment turns chilling when she is struck by a vision of the hide killing Dr. Kinbot. It reveals that Tyler is the real monster. Wednesday gets struck by the shock and she quickly flees from that place.
I need to go.
However, she cannot just sit and watch a monster hovering freely in the town. So determined to act, Wednesday gets the help of the Nightshades to capture Tyler. They manage to interrogate him, but before she can extract the full truth, Principal Weems learns about this act of Wednesday. So, she intervenes and alerts Sheriff Galpin about this kidnapping. The sheriff comes in time to save his son from the torture of Wednesday. Later at the police station, Tyler whispers a chilling confession into the ear of Wednesday and promises more chaos. Though he looks noble and decent young boy, he is actually a monster who killed many innocent people.
You have no idea what's coming.
Moreover, Wednesday is expelled from Nevermore for her actions.
Pack your steamer trunks. We will have them shipped and say your goodbyes.
Before leaving the city, she makes one last stop at the hospital to visit Eugene, who is finally woken up from his coma. When Eugene tries to recall details of his attack that night, his memory is hazy but clear on one key detail. The suspect was wearing red boots.
I saw that they weren't black, they were red.
This revelation leads Wednesday to realize that Miss Thornhill is actually Laurel Gates. That's why she leaves the idea of leaving the city and confronts Miss Thornhill. Wednesday accuses her of controlling Tyler as the hide. Also, Laurel confesses everything and then takes a bold step.
Tyler, honey, make Mama happy and shut her up.
She poisons Principal Weems and kidnaps Wednesday, dragging her to the Crackstone Crypt. On the other hand, Thing alerts the Nightshades to Wednesday's kidnapping. This prompts the Nightshades to begin evacuating the school. Meanwhile, Enid takes it upon herself to rescue her friend. In the crypt, Laurel unveils her sinister plan to resurrect Joseph Crackstone using the Book of Shadows. To complete the ritual, she uses the missing body parts of the victims of Hyde and also Wednesday's blood to unlock Crackstone's sarcophagus. Suddenly, the vengeful spirit rises and identifies Wednesday as Goody Adams, who had seized his spirit years ago. That's why now Crackstone stabbed Wednesday and left her to bleed out on the crypt floor. Miraculously, the spirit of Goody Adams appears there and heals Wednesday using her mother's lucky necklace. She also tells Wednesday that the only way to kill Crackstone is to stab through his dark heart.
Crackstone must be stabbed through his black heart.
After that, Wednesday regains her strength and ventures into the woods, where she encounters Tyler gruesomely transforming into Hyde form. As soon as he gets converted into his beast form, he attacks Wednesday. But in the meantime, Enid has achieved her first full werewolf transformation. She arrives just in time to fight him off the beast and save her best friend. Meanwhile, Joseph Crackstone arrives at Nevermore. He is setting the school ablaze and fulfilling the Nightshade prophecy of killing all the outcasts. Also, Wednesday reaches there in time to fight off this nemesis. In the courtyard, Wednesday engages Crackstone in a fierce duel, wielding a heavy sword. Though he initially overpowers her, Bianca intervenes to distract him, giving Wednesday the opening she needs to strike a fatal blow. She stabs him in the heart and destroys Crackstone's soul. In this way, Wednesday saves Nevermore once and for all. After that, Miss Thornhill appears there and threatens Wednesday to shoot her. But another friend of Wednesday, Eugene, comes in to save the day. He uses his loyal bees to sting Miss Thornhill into submission. The following day, with classes canceled for the rest of the semester, the students say their goodbyes as Nevermore closes its doors. Principal Weems has sacrificed her life for Nevermore. Meanwhile, Wednesday apologizes to Xavier and bids farewell to her new friends as she is also leaving for her family. Although her work seems finished for now, Wednesday has a feeling that she's not quite done with Jericho. She thinks that there are more mysteries waiting to be solved here.